Warning: this Let's Play may contain discussions including, but not limited to, sexual references, drug use, and violence. It will certainly contain vulgar language and radical lunatic left-wing discussions. It is not intended for younger audiences. And welcome back, everybody, to Storm of the Game Design Lexicon. We are currently playing The Case of the Golden Idol for PC Windows. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday today. We are in the midst of trying to resolve this eyes wide shut crime here. We need to figure out who's tied up in the bushes. We need to figure out who the secret society members are. Apparently somebody is posing as another person, but we don't quite know who yet. I'm guessing that the person that they were posing as is the one that was tied up in the bushes down here. We also need to figure out what robes and what masks correspond with what ranks, right? One of the things that we did kind of figure out, I think, and let me double check here, was that the ritual that was being performed is the ritual of the inception, right? So snail, fire, water, and tree, right? Snail, fire, water, tree. Now, the only one that I'm unsure of is how this is fire. Eating without a mouth, right? But the next question is what else could it possibly be? It could possibly be time, but that makes about as much sense as fire, right? Water, because the fish, at least that's my assumption. And the tree is fairly obvious. Like I said, the dude has a heavy coat of, possibly leaves, right, in the summer, but shed his coat in the winter. So that sounds to me like it should be a tree. So the ritual of the inception. Let's see if that's right. Where is inception? There we go. Boink. Oh, there are empty slots. Shit. So we need to figure out the rest of the empty slots. So we also need to figure out who is posing as who. So hand, proud beasts, water snakes, right? So let's figure out what ritual they're doing here. That's supposed to help us figure out some of the other stuffs, right? Sword must be borne by any dark hand. Only initiate defender can be defender and accusers. Grim Reaper, never tiring teacher, feeder of mouths. The Grim Reaper. No. Dude, this music is creeping me the fuck out. Accuser must deeply hate the defender. The sword must be borne by any initiate. So we do not know. Now they have the sword and the crook here. So I'm wondering if that has significance that there's both. Scepter must be borne. Scepter must be born, so it doesn't really say since we have both the scepter and the sword, right? However, oh, wait a second. So brothers wear appropriate robes to their rank. Initiate, steward, and master. The next question is, okay, so this guy here is an initiate. Whoever's tied up in the bushes is a fucking initiate. We know that for sure. But I don't really know who it is. Not that we have a lot of people, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 people. Which is interesting because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people in this little mystery. Right? So let's start to do some guessing here. Initiate. Steward and master. Master. Steward. Right? And then Dark Hand. Proud Beast. And Water Snake. Oh. Bonk. There are incorrectly filled in slots. Of course there are. Oh. Shit. No. So... Oh, shit. I just guessed it. Okay. So, the white vests are masters. The dark vests, or that brown color, brownish color, is the initiates, and then the stewards are the green ones. So this guy here is a steward. These two who are taking the rituals are a steward. Which means this guy here or this guy here are imposters, right? Because one of these two guys kidnapped the dude outside. I wonder if, So, let's just kind of fill those in right now. White snake, or white snake. Water snake. Proud beast. And we can change these later when we actually find out the exact names, if that's what they're wanting, right? Dark hand. Oh, that is a guy that is also a water snake. And this guy right here is going to be a dark hand, right? Dark hand initiate. 2 or fewer correct. Dark hand initiate. So that's now correct. Which means I guess these go first, not last. My bad. And then lastly, the actual robes themselves. Master. Initiate. And then stewards. And then stewards. So we know this guy right here is the new recruit, which is the Lazarus guy, right? What the fuck was his name again? Lazarus Hurst. So let's go ahead and enter his name in. Lazarus Hurst. So that's all filled in correctly now. Getting our way there, slowly but surely. Let's figure out what ritual they're performing up top here. So, when the accuser is challenged the defender, both drinkers must be barefoot. We already know that. Substances added, including a deadly poison. So, obviously this guy didn't make it. Let's figure out exactly which ritual they're doing. Only initiates can be defenders and accusers. These guys aren't initiates, right? These guys are definitely stewards. So definitely not that. The accuser must deeply hate the defender. Deeply hate the defender? Walter Keane vouches for him, cannot be trusted because he's a liar or a thief. Nothing will move me on this. He must produce a relic or apologize. So, ritual of conflict. The accuser must deeply hate the defender. The sword must be borne by any initiate. Sword's currently borne by a master, so that is not the case. So it is not the ritual of conflict. Ritual of dispute. Only stewards or higher can be a defender and accuser. So they are both stewards. The scepter must be borne by a water snake master. Scepter is currently borne by a water snake master. So ritual of dispute is what it looks like. Ritual of discord. The houses of the accuser and defender stand behind their brothers. The scepter must be borne by a dark hand master. Definitely not. So this is indeed the ritual of dispute. So let's ritual of dispute. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. How is that even possible? Is it... Okay, so I did get that right. How is that wrong? Proud beast. Oh. How is that wrong? That is wrong because one of these guys is a imposter. So one of these guys aren't going to be one of these. They're going to be the actual dude's name. I just need to figure out who the fuck it is, right? Okay. Moving right along. Blank blank was blank to a ritual. Challenged to a ritual, and that was Walter Keane was challenged to a ritual. He, along with blank blank, ambushed blank. So Walter Keane, blank blank was challenged to a ritual. And Illuminated Masters. I object the do-do-do-do. Submit the do-do. Vouches for him cannot be trusted. I am certain the do-do-do-do. Nothing will move on this. He must apologize personally or expel Jeffrey Sinclair. Maybe Jeffrey Sinclair was challenged to a ritual. Jeffrey Sinclair was challenged to a ritual, to a dispute ritual, right? He, along with so-and-so, so-and-so. He, along with David Gorham, ambushed Walter Keane. And then since David Gorham, so David Goran posing as Walter Keane, blank to a blank, which blank blank had no blank. Oh, wait a second. So, he along with David Gorham. Oh, it's the other way around. So, since the guy passed the ritual, I'm assuming that Walter Keane was the main perpetrator, right? So, Walter Keane and David Gorham ambushed Jeffrey Sinclair, which means this guy here is Jeffrey Sinclair, right? But I can't figure that out because it doesn't allow me to put the guy's name in there. Which means one of the initiates. I wonder if it's this guy. No. It's a Dark Hand initiate, so it's this guy here. So this guy here would be Walter Keene, right? No. Jeffrey Sinclair? No. So it is David. Oh, because both Walter Keene would have been one of the people who had to have been at the ritual, right? So David Gorham posing as Jeffrey Sinclair. Posing as Jeffrey Sinclair. So I'm guessing is this guy. So we got that all filled. So all of our clues are filled in correctly now. We're 100% on our clues. We just need to figure out this mystery here. So, we do know that, here, let's go back down here. He is going to become an initiate in the Proud Beast. So, that is a Proud Beast initiate. That is sure. We do know that he's doing the Inception ritual, and that he is Jeffrey. Is it Jeffrey? Jeffrey Sinclair? No, Lazarus Hurst. What am I talking about? Lazarus Hurst. Meanwhile, Lazarus Hurst passed the Inception ritual to become Proud Beast Initiate. So, Walter Keene was challenged to a dispute ritual. He, along with David Gorham, ambushed Jeffrey Sinclair. David Gorham, posing as Jeffrey Sinclair, okay. David Gorham, posing as Jeffrey Sinclair, something to signaled. Is it signaled? Signaled to Walter Keene with a which blank had no blank. Oh, which cup? Which cup? Duh. Which cup had no poison? So he didn't signal to Walter Keene. Oh, it was Walter Keene, right? Because Walter Keene would have been the Dark Hand Steward. And then... Oh, wait a second. David Gorham. Who the fuck... Who died? So confused. Okay, this is getting so confusing that I can't keep up here. So, he, along with David Gorham, ambushed Jeffrey Sinclair. David Gorham, posing as Jeffrey Sinclair, signaled to Walter Keene with a... What the... David Gorham... So this is all right. What did he signal with, though? I mean, certainly not the teapot, right? The Griffin has spoken. The man in the mask is not breathing. It's like, no shit, huh? Okay, which cup? He signaled with a something. Tankard. Maybe? Oh, no, not the tray. I don't think it's a tankard, but let's put that there for now. Blank blank, something the other cup. Is it cup or wine? I mean, they're not tankards, right? And he drank. And that is Jeffrey Sinclair, right? No, because he was posing as Jeffrey Sinclair. Walter Keane was challenged to a dispute ritual. He, along with David Gorham, ambushed Jeffrey Sinclair. David Gorham, posing as Jeffrey Sinclair, signaled to Walter Keane with a tankard, which cup had no poison. Blank blank. Okay, well, Jeffrey Sinclair wasn't there, so he couldn't have drank the poison, right? Yeah, that was way off, right? He with David Gorham. Okay, Walter Keane was challenged to a dispute ritual. He, along with David Gorham, ambushed a Dark Hand Initiate? Is that what that's supposed to be? Dark Hand Initiate? And then posing as Dark Hand Initiate. Oh, no. Shit. David Goran posing as Dark Hand Initiate. Ha 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 ha. Signaled to Walter Keane, so I'm all but 2 away, right? So that one is possibly wrong. Jeffrey Sinclair drank the other tankard. Dude, right now, 2 or fewer slots is incorrect. So Walter King's correct. Signaled. Challenged. What? Really? So I'm so goddamn close here. Walter Keane was challenged to a dispute ritual. He, along with David Gorham, ambushed Dark Hand Initiate. David Gorham, posing as a Dark Hand Initiate, signaled to Walter Keane with a... Is it which tankard? Drank the other tankard and died? No, it's definitely cup. Lazarus Hurst. So I know this last part is totally right. Lazarus Hurst passed the Inception ritual to become a Proud Beast Initiate. Is that right? Shit. How the hell, dude? Signaled with a... What the fuck, dude? What did he signal with? Okay, let's go over clues again. Obviously, we're missing something. So, poor initiate tied up. We know the initiate has all the stuff from David Gorham and Keen in it. Shabby coat. Let's see, David. The gathering will be on March. To follow our plan, we should be there at least 2 hours before midnight. The target will arrive in full costume. Grab ropes and weapons. To David Gorham for reliable service from EC. Ash Blair finest tobacco. Plus, we also have, dude, his loaded pistol, fifth hat in the lot, and his fancy-ass coat. And that tells us nothing, really. There's those two dragging the initiate into the bushes. And then I'm guessing leaving separately? Is that what that's supposed to mean? One leaving as the initiate, or leaving as the fake member, and then the other one leaving as himself, right? Okay, so... robes and positions. I venture the Order's mission to reclaim our brave new companions, fearing endlessly, hide out to remote hunting, devil prepared a treacherous trap, assaulted an enemy, enemy's body. Yeah, that dude's definitely a liar. So nothing to really suggest how he signaled him. Illuminated Masters, I object to the admittance of the individual Lazarus Hearst to our brethren. I submit that our dark-hand brother, Walter Keene, our dark-hand brother. So that is Walter Keene right there. Okay. Our dark-hand brother, Walter Keene, who vouches for him, cannot be trusted. I'm certain that dispatching our enemy, he kept the golden fire-breathing relic for himself. Nothing will move me on this. He must produce the relic, apologize personally to me, and afterwards be expelled from our brotherhood. Is it... so we already proved that it was Walter Keene that was challenged, not Jeffrey. Was challenged to a dispute ritual. So we know it's a dispute ritual. And we know he was challenged to it because there's only two other verbs, right? Or two other, verbs. He, along with David Gorham, ambushed a dark-hand initiate. Right? Because that's not going to be Jeffrey Sinclair. Yeah. Ambushed. Dark Hand. And then Initiate. So, there's only one of these that's incorrect, right? Because there only has to be one, because when I changed Initiate to something else, it didn't matter, right? So if I go to, like, Steward, Master, those are definitely incorrect. Okay, we got another break. The Storm with Game Design Lexicon moving right along and solving this eyes wide shut mystery here in the case of the Golden Idol. If you like the content we put out here, make sure you give me a follow down below on Twitch. We do stream currently Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, noon p.m. till 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is GMT-6. Or, of course, you're always welcome to join us over on YouTube. If you can't join us live, just hit the subscribe and the alert button to know we're coming out with new content, which is all the time. All the time. Otherwise, you can check our abouts for information on other social media platforms we occupy, as well as other information about me. I'm going to take a short music break, and I will be back with some more The Case of the Golden Idol for PC Windows.